Liverpool, Echo Arena, Cage Warriors event, defending your world title. That sounds like a dream, but it's now a reality. Can you actually put into words that all that? Can you put into words all of this really?
I really can, and it's all come so quick, last year I had a controversial loss I think it was around May last year in Taiwan, and that was my first fight back after a year and a half out, and that was a year maybe in the gym about 20 times. So then from there I had a loss there, then I had a draw with Ryan Roddy, and then since then I've fought literally once every 1.5 to 2 months. So it's just been win, and every one of them's been finished in under 2 minutes. So when they give me the opportunity to actually fight for the title, words can't really describe it. I was really over the moon about it. I went in, got that finished in under 2 minutes, and then that was it really.
And they've matched you up. Sorry, go on, Chris. Go on, carry on, mate.
Yeah, I was going to say the fact that the fight's in Liverpool, I couldn't be happier about it. Where words can't really describe. I get to show what all the hard work's done, for to my friends and family.
Well, that's the thing. They've got yourself and they've got Paddy on 2 titles as well. It's not like you guys are just on the undercard. You guys are the main event. It's a beautiful chance for you guys to showcase your skills to not just the world, but people local and who know you and maybe followed your career. Maybe they couldn't get to some of your events, and it's a beautiful kind of a beautiful weekend that's coming ahead.
Yeah, well, Paddy, when he first actually come into the sport, he walked into my kids' class. So to see him progress from being a young lad first walking in the gym to where he is now, it's really, it's great. And to have all the lads side by side on the card, words can't describe the feeling, what we're all feeling. It goes to show all the hard work that Paul Rimmer puts in as well, because he's made us all from scratch. You see, Paddy, me, Ellis, we had no background in any type of martial arts or fighting. So when you see us now, that's Paul's work all from scratch.
And that's the thing, yeah. It's the unsung hero, as in the coach, that you see a lot of the time. People talk about the fighters. Sometimes the coaches go under the radar, and they know what their role is. Sometimes they don't. They're not going to sit out there and put their faces out. But he is a man who is a bit of an unsung hero, let's say, in the UK, maybe in the European MMA scene. The amount of names of fighters that he's produced now, it's starting to stack up, and it's a great chance for the next generation to showcase what they're all about to European scene.
Well, yeah, to be honest, Paul, in my opinion, I've trained around the world now. Paul's one of the best coaches in the world, full stop, I'd say. The lads he's had and he's produced some top level UFC fighters that have left them just before they've went to the UFC, which I think is very sad. So, hopefully, everything goes our way Saturday night, and there might be a call on the horizon. I'm always going to stay loyal to Paul, no matter what. That's me roots. The things he's done for me and the lads, I could never put into words. I'd do anything for him, and hopefully, when the UFC does eventually call, fingers crossed, we're going to take the whole gym with us.
And I was going to say, what is it about Rimmer then that makes him the man he is, the coach that he is? What is it about Rimmer that makes you that loyalty? What is it, man?
It's hard to put into words. It's how can you say it? Yeah, to look at Paul, you look at some coaches and they look like they've done a bit. You look at Paul, he doesn't look like a fighter. But I'll tell you one thing, the man could teach you anything you wanted to know about fights. Not just that, it's the game planning, and it's even the stuff that goes in behind the scenes. I was only a young lad when I first got into the sport, and my mum and dad had just split up, and I was taking it very hard. And Paul was there for me from the start. There's been times when he's actually come to my house when I haven't been into training, and he's woke me up like, "What the fuck are you doing? Get in the gym!" And just all that. It goes a long way. He's probably one of the only people I could say that actually just wants the best for you. He doesn't just care. Even when we're talking about fight paces and stuff like that, he doesn't just say, there you go, have a good time off. He says, you know, maybe you might want to put some of that away and take maybe a couple of £100 out a week, and then you can, you know, he's worried about our finances and our overall life. It's not just a fighting thing, it's to do with the whole aspect of life, and he helps you out in every single bit, you know. And it's very hard, must be very hard for him, as you've got say a gym of maybe 8 or 9 pro fighters that at times in fight camps we can all be bitches, and then on top of that, people don't realise he's got a family at home. You know, he's got two young kids, a young daughter, a young son, and a wife as well. So he's taking care of all of us, and then he goes home and he needs to be that family man as well. You know, it must be very hard for him to fit it all in. But you know, I don't think he gets enough recognition. But all the lads think exactly the same. You know, he's fucking 10 out of 10. I can't say enough good things about him.
And that's the thing. You said the stable of pros there. It's next gen is growing. Just that, you know, it's just that nice growth. It keeps getting bigger. The name of the gym gets out there a bit more. People start to, you know, straight away link the gym up. And this card is showing exactly what it's all about. Now, your opponent, Pone, if you want to pronounce it, or Bunye, however you want to say it. He is a guy who I think I'll say it. He's a guy who you can have a bit more freedom with, in the sense that his style might actually work quite well for stuff that you've probably been working on behind the scenes. You did post an Instagram video, if I recall, or I think it was Instagram, of you're doing a bit of boxing on the pad work and stuff like that. And you know, sometimes you don't get to showcase that. Well, to be fair, because if you can take someone down and submit them and they can't stop it, well, tough. It's tough. But this guy, you know, the way he moves, you might be able to showcase a bit more in this card. Is this something that you hope to release on the public eye?
Oh, well, definitely. I'm known, to be honest, as a straight grappler and wrestler. Everybody that's watching me fight thinks I'm a straight wrestler and grappler. That's where I've come from. In actual fact, I started striking the same amount of time. Anyone that's actually trained with me will tell you I have got knockout power in both hands. You know, when I throw my hands, I know if I land on anyone's chin, they're going to bed. That's not me just saying this for the interview. That's me honestly deep in my heart. I know if I land on anyone's chin, it's good night to them. But you know, like you said, I haven't had a chance to showcase that because why play with fire? If I'm going in against someone in them 4-ounce gloves, it takes one punch to change the fight. One punch and it could be lights out. Although I do think I've got a tried and tested chin, just no point risking it. So I have just went in and it's shown if I think I can go out and I can make a statement, submitting someone in 2 minutes, I'll do it, and I have done that. My styles went back to I take risks now. You know, I'll jump for me back for finishes and stuff. So yeah, it will be good to go in, and because I don't believe Pone has got knockout power, it'll be good to showcase me striking. Also, I'm normally a go-forward fighter. With him being a kicker, and I'm going forward constantly, it's going to put all the weight on my front leg. So, I'm saying this now to you, I'm starting to think whether it'll be the right game plan to just see what happens on the night, but maybe step back and let him come to me, and when he comes at me, you know, we'll meet head on. It's very hard fighting a guy like Pone when you're going forward, because like you said, he's a game of tick. He touches and he moves, and he moves. So I don't want to get into this game plan of trying to test me striking out, but chasing him and getting picked off while I'm doing it. Maybe it might be the smarter thing to step back, let him come to me, have a few exchanges with him. If it's going my way, I'll keep it standing. And if it's not, I know it's always an easy fight. If I just take it to the ground, it's lights out. Yeah,
it is. It's very much one of them ones where I won't say it's like Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, but it's that kind of style of he picks his shots and gets away. That style, you have to be very tentative in how you go forward. You don't want to be standing, planting your foot. You want to be super light on your feet as well. So it's going to be how the fight. It's all about his footwork and the angles that he runs on as well. I think that plays a big factor whether you want to grapple or you want to just kind of just do the exchanges until he slows down. Because as much as people think people can run backwards, it's actually really exhausting to run back. Like running forward, you can run for miles, but if I said to someone, turn around and run backwards for 2 miles, it's really hard because it works muscles in a completely different way. it's a
Oh yeah,
it's
no,
a different experience.
you're right. You're completely right. You know, I, as you've said, you do get more tired going backwards constantly.
Mm,
And but one thing I've seen in his fight, it doesn't look like he gasses. That's one thing I give
yeah.
him. It looks like his cardio. You know, he's very well prepared in his
Mm,
cardio, knowing that his style isn't a finishing style, so he knows it might go to 3 rounds. This is a bit longer, which is 5 rounds. So
yeah.
I need to just don't take it lightly. Take it as in as he's got 5 good rounds in him, five
Yeah.
good rounds to push the pace. That's why maybe it's it's hard to say until I see his actions on the night. But I'll go out, I'll have a little strike, be able to show people what I'm made of with me striking. You know what my boxing is about. You know the power behind my punches, and if I feel like I'm starting to gas or it's not really going my way, like I said, the takedowns there, and I think I'm just on a different level to grappling, not just between Pone, but in the whole of Europe. Grappling for MMA, in my opinion, is quite poor. When you look at the light types of me and Paddy, we stand out for grappling. So, yeah, I know that the option's always there. If I do feel like I'm starting to gas or anything like that, I can take him down. But I have been well prepared. I have been getting my sprints in. I have been getting my rounds in. I can do 5 rounds happily, but like you said, see what happens on the night.
Yeah, it's a big factor. I noticed as well. You're doing the run. I think you were across as well, doing a bit of training and stuff like that. That just something you did off the cuff when you went away to do a bit of training? But what was all that about?
No, well, it was basically, I woke up one morning and the sun wasn't shining, and I was on a plane the next day. The training's great in Liverpool, absolutely amazing in Liverpool. But I've got a good friend of mine, Luke Barnett,
Yeah.
former UFC fighter. He's got his gym out in Malaga/Marbella. So it was just good to go there. It was different styles that I never knew what anyone would be like. So
Yeah.
it just, how can you say it? I train all the time. You train all the time with the same people, and you get to know people's styles. So it
Yeah.
never really takes you out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
So you can stay relaxed if you put it. You know what to expect with everyone. You know what
Yeah.
to counter with them. You know what they're going to bring to you. But going away when you're sparring with people out there and rolling with people, you don't know what their game's like. You don't know what they're bringing to the table. So I think it's good in preparation to a fight just to have a mix up with that, whether it's getting sparring partners to your gym or whether it's you going to another gym. It's good just to have the mix, really. But yeah, it was good out there. I had nice sun, good for the cardio, good for running, the weight loss, and Luke's gym was awesome. He welcomed me with open arms, and I'm happy for that. Big shout out to him and his gym.
Yeah, Luke's a top bloke. Had him on before, and yeah, he's great. I've got so much time for Luke. I love what he's doing out there. Also, it must help as well, big time, having a missus that can kick your ass as well.
Oh yeah, well, my missus is actually from France as well, so she's gave me a few
Ooh.
phrases to say. I know a few things to say to him on the way on Friday, but yeah, no, it is. She's that I've said it before. That world title is as much hers as it is mine. Before I met her, I was sort of going astray, and it was hard for me to get all my training in and stay on the straight and narrow.
Yeah.
She's never had a drink in her life. She's lived for training. She was amateur French boxing champion, and then she turned pro with the Wildcard gym. So just being with her, I haven't had a drink now since early 2015. I don't drink. My blowouts, me training and me fighting. So it's good, she gets me up every morning. She helps me with my fitness. Like, yeah, just as much as it is mine, the title, to be honest.
I was going to say, I'm a bit shocked. A French woman that doesn't drink. That's a rarity. That.
I'm telling you. I find the keeper.
I was going to say it's nice to have someone as well who basically understands what you're going through, because it's like, for example, when you're training and you're having a rough day, or you've had a hard session, or maybe your just body and brain is mashed, for maybe learning new techniques. If you've got someone who maybe hasn't done anything like that before, they won't quite get where you're at or what you need. Maybe you need to just chill out and do nothing, not talk, just mong out, so to speak, on a sofa, put some shit on the TV or whatever. It's nice having someone though that can relate to you, so they already know what you're thinking.
Oh yeah, well, I've had it before where you know, diet wise, I've
Yeah,
just started losing the plot basically, and
yeah.
you know what, I'm snapping at everyone, I'm biting at everybody, and she doesn't even argue back with me. She just sits back, lets me get on with it. And don't get me wrong, she makes me pay for it after the fight, but you know, yeah, like I said, she knows what you're going through. She's been through it, and she's there 100% to help you. She's yeah, she trains with me day in day out, and you've hit it on the head there. It is. It's just a great thing. Just so much love there.
Mate, it's great as well because, like you said, it shows that having that structure, that foundation around you, look where you're at right now.
Well, before I met her, you see me lose to in Taiwan, which was a controversial decision. Apparently, they don't score takedowns, which was a shock to me. They only score striking.
Yeah.
That's what the promoter said. So I went out and took the guy down 11 times in that fight, and I lost. I was getting told I was winning every round, and I lost. So then after that, I got matched with Ryan Roddy in Newcastle, so I was training for that fight, and that's when we actually got together a couple of weeks before I was coming back home. So she come back to England with me. I fought Ryan Roddy in Newcastle, which my cardio was there for 3 rounds. It was good fight, you know, a decision. But then the next fight camp I actually had, were there all the way through it, was when was it? It was Borderay in. That was in the Ritz in Manchester. That was
Nice.
December. So yeah, that was the first fight that I'd actually all the way through the fight camp, and it shows every fight I've had since then, since the Roddy fight, I've finished in under 2 minutes. So you know the proof's there. I don't need to state nothing there. You know, everybody's seeing the role I'm on at the moment. You know, and I've obviously captured that title in under 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So be good things, good things to see, and looking forward to showcasing it on Saturday night.
I'm gonna say, honestly, I can't wait for it either, Chris. UFC Fight Pass as well. That will get huge amount of eyes on you as well. Considering they've got it on the same night as UFC 204. 204. No, sorry, 203. UFC 203. You know, it's a great build-up, a good warm-up for people to tune in, and people will be tuning into that card, then transferring over. You'll get a lot more eyes on you. There'll be people going, hang on a minute, who are these lads? Right, what's that? Scousers? What are they? What's Scousers? Someone Google that. You know, they'll probably find, you know, the Fast Show clip or something of them boys on there, but it's it's going to be awesome.
Yeah,
you know,
even after the last one, the first UFC Fight Pass deal and BT Sports deal,
yeah.
After the fight, like it was good that normally my friends and family can't normally watch when it's that far away in London.
Aye.
But I had that fight, and then right after, you know, my mum was on the phone, my friends were on the phone. I went on my Facebook. I think I had about 300 messages. You know, it was great just the support and just all the feedback I got from everybody. And the shows Cage Warriors, it's in my eyes, it's the biggest promotion behind the UFC. Nobody else is doing things like that, you know, on mainstream telly. And they're flying, they really are flying, and they treat the fighters so well as well.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like you said, they got that BT for the UK. They got that BT Sport deal as well. So you know, you got friends in Liverpool who can't maybe make the card. They can get together, all sit in a house, have a few bevies, and stick it on. Or if they don't want to drink, they can have some pop or whatever they want to do. And they can. It's just. It's great,
well, you know. That's what they done last time. Quite a few of them got together, went to one of my mates' houses, and you know, they just watched it. And it's good for them to see. You know, they might not see me in the fight camp because obviously I am putting in a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
They understand that it's all for it's all aiming towards me life goal.
Yeah.
You know, my dream to obviously be in the UFC. So they all understand. But yeah, it's good for them to see that. Well, that's why he hasn't been out. That's all the hard work paying off, and I'm going out there and putting people away in under 2 minutes.
And that's the goal, mate. And I'm telling you right now, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not doing anything this weekend, or even if you are doing something, I strongly suggest you just put everything down and watch this Cage Warriors card, either on BT Sport if you've got it. If you haven't, get the UFC Fight Pass. Honestly, well worth your money. This card alone is going to be worth watching. You get to watch Chris Fishgold fight Pone. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. And your brother from another mother, Paddy, as well, is fighting. So look, ladies and gentlemen, seriously, tune in. Before I let you go, though, Chris, what's your social media, man, for people to jump onto, give you a follow and join you on your astronomical rise that you're having at the moment?
Sorry, one second. What did you say? Sorry, my phone cut out there.
Oh, it's okay, but your social media stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
What's your Instagram? What's your Facebook? What's your Twitter?
So, my Facebook fan page and personal is Chris Fishgold. My Twitter is @ChrisFishgold and my Instagram is Chris Fishgold. So nice and easy all to remember.
Do you know what? I wish I did that with mine. Honestly, I get mine mixed up. I'm terrible for doing stupid name on it. And have you got any sponsors out there, Chris, that have helped you out in your fight camp at all?
Yeah. Could I say? Trying to think of the ones now. Big shout out to Scramble, Fightwear. Scramble is a big one. They've been with me from the start. Another one, Spartan Bullies. Check them out on Instagram. Some of the best bulldogs around. Just the man, Craigie Tattoos. Free X Sports. Yeah, just to say a few. There's Liverpool Security Solutions, also a very big one. They're all helping me out, chase me dream. Any other sponsors that wants to get in board before Saturday night, please get in touch as soon as. More than welcome to have a talk with you.
Yeah, Nike, if you want to give them a call, Adidas, any of them boys.
You know that.
Okay, Chris, honestly, I want you to have a great fight. I want to have a great time there. Enjoy yourself. And ladies and gentlemen, check him out. It's going to be a great fight card.